From San Francisco, California, this is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018, and it is 3:50 p.m. when I'm recording this show. I'm getting on a plane tonight and heading to Nashville. I have not even begun to pack. I have one suitcase that's full of shirts that I'm going to be giving away at the Rock and Pod Expo in Nashville, and also some books and a couple of mic stands so I can record. And then I have my recording stuff also in another bag that I'm going to need to check on. But I still need to throw my headphone amp in there and the recording device. And then I'll be ready for that. But I still have not even packed any of my clothes. So I need to get moving, friends. All right, I have an audio comment from friend of the show, Tim Smith, the rock and roll runner, who is also participating in this, in the Rock and Pod, or in the, whatever, what do you call this thing? The Dog Days of Podcasting. Well, I'm losing my mind. I need to say, take a sip of this fine Tecate. This is my first one of the day. I just got home from work. Let me take a sip of this fine Tecate. My plane leaves at like 11 o'clock tonight. It starts boarding at like 10:30 or something like that. I'm leaving my house at 8 o'clock. I'm going to the Centurion Lounge, the American Express Lounge, and I'm going to sit there and eat and drink until it's time to board. I think it's right across from my gate, too, or somewhere close to my gate. So I'm going to get drunk, good and drunk for the red eye, because my flight flies overnight and I land in Nashville like 5:30 in the morning. I'm just going to take an Uber to the hotel, see if I can dump my bags, and then fart around Nashville until my stepdad gets into town. I don't know what I'm going to do. Might see if they will let me sleep in the lobby of the hotel. We'll see. All right, I have an audio comment from Tim Smith, friend of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, the Rock and Roll Runner, and host of his own podcast, which is about running, but I don't know the name of it. He's on the Dog Days feed as well. dogdaysofpodcasting.com. Hello, Tim Smith.
Hey, Michael Butler. It's Tim, the Rock and Roll Runner.
Hey, Tim.
In Ohio. How's it going?
Super great. Couldn't be better. Thanks for asking.
All right. That's great to hear, man.
Yes.
I'm calling with a show review of Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I'm sorry. That never gets old to me. I love it. And yes, I'm having a conversation with a voicemail as that other podcast accuses me of doing this. It's lame, but I love doing it. So back to you, Tim Smith.
I actually did this last night in the parking lot after the show, but the sound wasn't good. So now it's the next day, and I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
And see if it sounds better.
It does.
Before I get to that, I wanted to mention I did see Michael Schenker way back in March, and I
went to that
do
too.
A show review, and I never did. But just a couple of comments. I did not know a ton about Michael Schenker until a few years ago. Mainly Eric Mortensen, he loved Michael Schenker,
yes,
so listening to his show,
Metal CPA.
I don't know if that show is popped back up again or not. But anyway,
no, it is not. He's concerned about getting sued for playing music. Yeah. Okay, back to you, Tim Smith. I'm not
him and you. Then I started learning more about it. But even
Eric
though
Mortensen, the Metal CPA, is my friend. I love the guy. I wish he'd start back his podcast.
Full fan as a kid, I didn't pay attention to him closely enough. I couldn't have told you that Michael Schenker was in the band. I didn't know his connection to Scorpions or any of that stuff until just the last few years. So I'm not going to say I was a diehard Michael Schenker fan, but I love guitar shredders. So listening to you guys, so the rock and roll geek,
he's better than a shredder because he's a certifiable genius and doesn't really shred. He just plays great guitar.
Show and Eric show sells tickets because that's why I went.
There you go.
I went with my brother-in-law. He's also a bass player, just like you, Michael. Plays in various bands in the area. Kind
sure
of
he's
more
better
heavy
than me.
metal.
I'm sure he's
usually.
better than me.
Bands, not always though. So we went. He knows a lot about Michael Schenker, so he was kind of schooling me on things. Michael Schenker, present and past. So just a couple of comments. I really enjoyed the 4 singers. That was really fun. To me, it turned it into almost like a play.
It
like
was
a
fun.
stage play.
It was fun. And what made it even more fun was the fact that only 3 of those guys could sing.
Because they're coming out.
Or
it's almost
excuse me,
like
only one of those guys could sing.
actors, and they all have their own characters and characteristics, and they sing a little
They were all
differently.
characters, too.
And it was really, really fun to watch them come out and sing. And whether it's for real or not, they all seem to get along. They liked each other, which I really like. It gave me kind of a warm and fuzzy feeling.
That's right.
I didn't know any of the Michael Schenker songs. I mean, 0 of them.
You
But
knew
it
the
didn't
UFO.
really matter because they
Didn't.
all
It
had
really
kind of the
didn't.
same formula, and they all have this shredding guitar solo in the middle. And actually, they were all very catchy songs.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I mean, there wasn't like a go to the bathroom moment, really.
I liked the show a lot. The singers could not sing, most of them, but it was a fun show.
They're all catchy as hell songs, and I thought it was great. And of course, at the end, they played the UFO hits, which I knew all of those, and those are fantastic as well. Some just amazing guitar solos, and I really, really enjoyed it. So usually I like to know all the songs when I go to a concert. I don't really like to hear something I don't know, but this was an exception to that. The guitar playing was so good, the band was tight, and the songs were just catchy. So I really enjoyed it. I encourage anyone to go check out Michael Schenker. Anyway, on to Lynyrd Skynyrd. I saw them last night at the Riverfront Music Venue.
Oh,
Whatever.
by the way, Tim, I'm going to see Lynyrd Skynyrd I'm going from Nashville to Georgia to Jacksonville, Florida, where Lynyrd Skynyrd is from and my hometown, and I'm going to see them in Jacksonville, Florida. So it should be fun.
Called there in Cincinnati, Riverbend. It's called Riverbend. In Cincinnati, it's outdoor. I'm horrible at judging crowds, but it was huge. I mean, I felt like it was 10,000 people, and it was sold out.
I'm going to see them in a stadium in Jacksonville.
It's a gigantic venue, I think. It's outdoors. They have this lawn that is gigantic. It's artificial turf lawn. Maybe it's only 5,000, but it looked to me like a lot more than that. It was completely sold out. The first opening act was 38 Special, and I missed most of it. The only thing
38 Special, Donnie Van Zant was in 38 Special. Used to be the singer, but then when they had hits with the guitar player singing, they stuck a guitar in Donnie Van Zant's hand, and he just kind of like got up there and jumped around. They were nice about not kicking him out of the band.
I heard was the last song, Hold On Loosely, which everybody knows.
Yeah.
I have seen 38 Special. I saw them open for Sammy Hagar like 15 years ago. So it wasn't the end of the world to miss them. And of course, they have a connection to Lynyrd Skynyrd, which is partly why I'm sure they're an opener. I think they're really good. Their songs are catchy, but I can't say they were truly innovative, but I'm not an expert in that. It's not like they invented anything. They just kind of jumped into the Southern rock scene and made some great songs. After that was Hank Williams Jr. Fuck Hank Williams Jr.
Really? Are you talking about Hank Williams III or Hank Williams Jr.? Because I like Hank Williams Jr. Bocephus.
I didn't know any of his stuff, and anything I've ever heard I didn't really like that much, but I tried, I listened, and he sucked. He was boring as hell. I'm not sure why he was at the show, other than he's kind of, it's
a legend.
Country rock, I guess. He's just country, and he's not the type of country I like. I love some types of country, but not that. I recognize the last song he sang. I forget what it was, some drinking song. He just stunk up the place. Anyway, I thought he was going to be first and 38 Special second. So that's why I was late. So I ended up missing
it must have been Hank
38
Williams
Special,
Jr., huh?
having to endure
He does,
Hank
Are you ready for some football?
Williams Jr. So anyway, Lynyrd Skynyrd comes out, and as most people know, they're claiming this is their farewell tour.
It's about time.
May or may not be, but that's what they're saying.
I think that I'm not even sure if Gary Rosington's still in Lynyrd Skynyrd. He's not doing too well, I think, but he might be. Other than him, there are no original members of Lynyrd Skynyrd. I guess Ricky Medlock could be considered, but he was the drummer originally. Now he's playing guitar, but Ricky Medlock's in the band. I guess that's why I would like to see him.
Never seen him, so I wanted to see him. Gary Rossington, the only original member, I believe, playing guitar.
There you go, yeah.
Ricky Medlock, I don't know how long he's been there, but he's the other guitar shredder.
He used to play in Blackfoot. Blackfoot was great.
White hair. And singing is Johnny Van Zant, the younger brother of the original
That's right.
Ronnie,
Used to be in a band that I used to go see at the skating rink called Austin Nichols Band. Back to you, Tim.
That it? And of course, one of the other Van Zants founded 38 Special.
Donnie.
The other guys, I don't really know. The piano player was fantastic. His name's Peter Keys.
Okay.
Wow.
Billy Powell, may he rest in peace.
It's really, really good. And you don't realize how much piano is really in Lynyrd Skynyrd until
Billy
you're
Powell
watching
was
it.
a huge part of Lynyrd Skynyrd. Listen to Freebird.
A lot of piano. He kicked ass. So let's just go through the set list.
All right, here we go.
That's here I took last night.
me.
The first song, that Working for the MCA.
Working for MCA.
You got your voice ready, Michael?
Yeah.
So Working for MCA or Working for the MCA. There were two songs I wasn't super familiar with. And one was the second song. Is it called Skynyrd Nation? It sounded like
that's one of those newer ones. That's one of the newer ones. I don't know that one either.
I don't know if they actually named the song Skynyrd Nation.
Yeah,
but maybe.
Ronnie Van Zant would never write a song called Skynyrd Nation. That's definitely a later day song. Screw that. That's a Bathroom Break song, second song, huh?
After that, What's Your Name?
What's your name, little girl?
Great song. After that was the other song I didn't really know. I think it was called Traveling Man. Doesn't Bob Seger have a song with that name? But it wasn't that song.
Yeah, I don't know.
Traveling Man, it was a good song. And from here on out, I knew everything.
Okay,
the next song was
hits.
That Smell.
Hell yeah!
After that was a song, I'm not sure I know the title, but
I love
it has some lyrics. I know a little.
I know a little about love, baby, I'll guess the rest.
I know a little about love, and I can fake the rest.
Baby, I'll guess the
Something like
rest.
That song.
Baby, I want your best.
After that, Needle and the Spoon.
Don't mess with the needle, boom, and the spoon, and a trip to the moon. Don't take me away. Don't know that one.
After that, Saturday Night Special.
Bono. Featherwitch. That's one of the songs in our repertoire.
And then he decided to do the little, pull out the American flag and talk.
If you don't like this country, you can get the hell out.
Things about our military. And he played that Red, White, and Blue song.
Yeah.
I've kind of forgotten about that song.
I don't know that one. I don't know that one. That's a later day too, post Ronnie.
I'm a redneck, and I've got white hair, and I'm a redneck.
Oh yeah.
He's got blue eyes, maybe.
Yeah,
so I'm red, white, and blue, something like that.
Stupid.
That's a pretty good song. For most patriotic songs make me gag a little.
Yeah, a little.
But that one's not too bad. I liked it. After that was Curtis Lowe, Freak.
Finest picker to ever sing the blues.
Classic, great song.
Yeah.
Followed by Tuesday's Gone.
Tuesday's Gone with the wind. All right.
A freaking incredible song.
Yeah.
Then it was the song, I don't know what the title is, but it's Don't Ask Me No Question.
Don't ask me. No, if you wanna talk fishing, well, I guess that'll be okay. When I get home from work and I just want a little peace of mind, and I don't ask you about your business, don't ask me about mine. So don't. Good one. I like it.
How's that go?
I don't really know that one.
Don't ask me no questions, and I won't tell you no lies.
Yo, you goodbye.
That one.
It's a good one. It's one of my That's actually one of my favorite Skynyrd tunes.
Man,
Be a simple kind of man. Butler's played that at one gig because Zetro from Exodus wanted to get up and sing that one with us.
Song. After that, the classic Gimme 3 Steps.
Well, it's 8 o'clock in Boise. Oh, wait a minute. That's what's your name. I was cutting the rug down in a place called the Jug with a girl named Linda Lou. Yeah, that's a good one.
Everybody was singing along with that.
Yeah, that's a
because
hit.
The
That's
words
one
are
of the
so
big
easy
ones. Yeah, huge
to
hit.
sing along to.
Won't you give me 3
After that,
steps?
The Breeze. The Breeze was
Mr. Breeze. Call me the Breeze, John Cale tune.
kind of an unexpected highlight. I mean, I knew it was a great song, but there's some really
I
incredible
keep
guitar
blowing
playing in
down
that
the
song
road.
that I guess I'd kind of forgotten about it. But that's a cool song too, because the lyrics
John Cale.
don't simply
J.J.
repeat.
Cale or
There's
John
not
Cale?
a chorus that repeats the whole way.
I think it's J.J. Cale.
Kind of the breeze part of it comes back at the very end.
Mr. Breeze.
Cool song. Then the last song of the main set, Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet home. Okay.
Fantastic. So, they're huge hits like
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama and What's Your Name?
I'm
And those are
delirious. Yeah.
freaking incredible.
They have
They're
some good
great.
tunes,
And he sang
man.
all this stuff.
Ronnie Van Zant wrote some good lyrics too, and Alan Collins. Alan Collins was a real fucking rock star, man. That guy was cool. He got into a car crash a long time ago, way back when they were still successful with him in the band before the plane crash. Then they had the plane crash. He got injured in that. Then he got in like several more car accidents and he ended up being completely paralyzed in a wheelchair from the neck down, and then watched Lynyrd Skynyrd reunite without Ronnie Van Zant or Steve Gaines and became hugely successful, and he had to watch from the sidelines, and he eventually just gave up on life, and he's dead. Alan Collins was a fucking rock star, man.
True. They didn't muck it up with any fancy stuff, and you could sing right along, really good. Everything was fantastic. The guy's voice is great. I'm impressed. Yeah, he had a couple
Johnny Van
backup
Zant, great
singers
singer.
probably helping him here and there, but not a whole lot. His voice was strong, and he was out there the whole time. Not a whole lot of chit-chatting between songs other than, hey, do you love Lynyrd Skynyrd? He must have said something like that 40 times.
No, we hate Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's why we paid $100 to see the show.
I love you, God bless you, and that stuff. But not a whole lot. Not like stories too much. A couple of moments saluting his brother. So they left the stage, and you can imagine when everybody's yelling for a few minutes.
Free
and then they come
bird!
out, and he didn't say,
What song it you want to hear? He didn't do that.
do you want to hear? He didn't say that.
Good.
They just all of a sudden start playing Freebird.
And the crowd goes
and,
wild.
That song alone was worth the price of admission.
That song is a finale.
I've heard that song 10,000
Doesn't
times.
matter. Look at the Day on the Green video on YouTube. Just look for Freebird Live or Lynyrd Skynyrd Freebird Live, something like that. I think it's them. It could be them opening for the Stones. I don't know. But there's a bit, the entire back of the stage is a Confederate flag. The entire audience, it's like a love fest in the audience. Everybody's getting along. Everybody's loving it. There are black people in the crowd. There are white people in the crowd. There are Mexican people in the crowd. Everybody's loving each other, and not one thing about the Confederate flag being racist. There was nothing racist about Skynyrd, but they had a huge Confederate flag, and it was great. Just go look at it on YouTube and tell me it's not great.
Life. And it just kind of doesn't matter. It is still freaking amazing. It deserves to be, the classic that it is, one of the greatest songs that it is. And his singing was great at the beginning of the song, and then they got into the solos or the
right after the plane crash, back in the 70s, the band broke up for a while, and Alan Collins and Gary Rosington formed a band called the Rosington Collins Band. And I remember they played a free concert on the beach. I mean, right on the beach in Jacksonville, Florida. They were set up on like the boardwalk, and the crowd was on the beach, and they played Freebird instrumentally without Ronnie Van Zant, and they had these Blue Angels flew over while they were playing it. It was quite memorable.
Free guitar solo type thing. Wow.
Great solo.
Mesmerized.
Shredding.
I've not seen a million bands, but I've seen some pretty good players. I mean, I've seen Angus 3 times. I've seen Eddie Van Halen.
Again,
and I'm sure a bunch of
look at the YouTube video from the 70s. It's fantastic.
I've seen Neil Young. I've seen some guys who can really play a guitar. And I don't like to say, this is the best ever, because it's hard to top some of these people.
Sounds like it was a good show. I can't wait now, Tim Smith.
Moment that I've ever seen. Just freaking amazing. Everything. That song alone was worth the $30 or $40 I paid to get in. So had a great time.
$30, good.
I lost my voice a little. Enjoyed the show. And
means you were singing along.
If you've not seen Lynyrd Skynyrd, or you just haven't seen him in a while, definitely go check him on this tour. Totally worth it. High energy. Guitar playing was incredible. Everything you'd want. I mean, the sound was perfect. I don't know if it's just that venue or what.
This is their farewell tour. You only have about 3 or 4 years to see them on this farewell tour, by the way.
Good sound. And I was even off to the side. I was in the cheap lawn seats off to the side. This still sounded great. So had a great time. While I was there, I picked up tickets to see Deep Purple and Judas Priest in just a few days.
I heard his show review on the Dog Days feed.
Which is nice. I didn't have to pay all the stupid extra fees. Idiotic. The fees are about as much as the tickets.
Yeah, thank you, Ticketmaster.
So I didn't have to pay those. So I'll be seeing them in about 5 days or so. So maybe I'll send a review of that in. All right, that's all I got. Stay frosty, man.
Stay frosty. You too can leave me an audio comment or show review. I probably won't get to play it until I get back from my trip in 10 days. But it's just send it to me. Email it to rockandroll. Record it on your phone like Tim Smith did, and email it to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Or if you're really lazy, you can call it in at area code 706-621-ROCK. That's area code 706-7625. But I would prefer you email it to me. All right, thanks, Tim Smith. Stay frosty, friend. All right, I'm going to close out now with a song by a band that was sent to me by a friend of the show, or a friend of mine, actually, one of my dearest friends, and guitar player for Featherwitch, Casey Crenshaw. He turned me on to this band yesterday. They are called the Stanleys. They're from Perth, Australia, I think. I think they're from Perth, Australia. Somewhere in Australia. And they're a power pop band. Yeah, they're a new wave power pop from Perth, Australia. I'm not thrilled about this guy's vocals, but the songs are super catchy. This song is called Amy. Thank you for listening, friends. I'll talk to you tomorrow with day 23 of the Dog Days of Podcasting when I get to Nashville. Maybe I'll record an episode from the hotel lobby when I'm on no sleep. You can find this show at rockandrollgeek.com. You can find me on the Facebook R&R Geek. There's also a Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. Just search for Rock and Roll Geek, and you'll probably come up with 2. The one with the most members, that's the one that I did not create, but I do approve people. You'll have to answer 2 questions so that I know you're not a Russian hacker trying to meddle in the rock talk. And yeah, you can also find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. You can find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek Don't Ask. And hopefully I'll see you in Nashville, friends. If not, I will talk to you tomorrow. Here's the Stanleys, and this song is called Amy.
Second It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.